1,000 years ago, when Arana was young but not innocent, the first age of man came to an end by the meeting of a sword and a shield. The sword of Zaramoth the Unmaker, powered by a subterranean river of magic, had ruled the age by force, until the shield of Azunai the Defender became the sword's only rival in power. They were destined to meet on the field that would forever be known as the Plain of Tears. Zaramoth commanded control of the power. Azunai longed to disperse it. Both zealots could not win. But unbeknownst to either warrior, the sword and shield had destinies of their own. The sword shattered the shield and sparked the great cataclysm. The land split open, and the souls of the warriors, ripped from their chests, rushed into the river of souls that flowed beneath the land, splintering it into 1,000 ley lines. The shockwave was felt in every part of Arana. Even the lives that were spared were changed forever. The stars shifted, and the Second Age began. All this was forgotten for centuries. The magic that was scattered on the Plain of Tears was fractured under the world, waiting with its unpredictable power. Until a young prince named Valdis followed powerful visions to the mountain fortress called Zaramoth's Horns. The dark wizards mastered the magic and granted Valdis access to the lost sword of Zaramoth, the very instrument that ended the First Age. In that instant, the Second Age fell under the sword's ominous shadow.
More worthless mercs! You're late! You're neared at the front immediately! Check in with Morton Lieutenant Gerrand at the tower! Now get moving!
I've had a bad feeling about this ever since we left Aman'Lu. There's something... I don't trust these Morton.
you standing around for? Check in with Morden Lieutenant Gerrand at the tower! Get moving! Now! You lot are late! There's a few extra scraps in the barrels. Break them open by right-clicking them. Now get out of my face, maggot! Report to Morden Fighter Talk ahead for your combat lesson! Get moving now! Do you know which end of a blade is which, maggot? Let's see if you can destroy this training dummy with your dagger. Even a filthy mercenary like you should be able to figure that out. To attack, right-click your enemy or target. Got it? What are you doing still standing here? Get moving, Mark! You'd better be able to handle a ranged weapon if you want to get paid, worm! Destroy this training dummy with your bow! Now!
I can't imagine you worms have the wits to cast spells, but it'll be amusing to watch you try. Destroy this training dummy with your fire shot or your ice shot spell. Did they not even teach you the basics? Your spells are already equipped, maggot. Left-click a spell in the character panel on the left side of the screen to ready it for casting. Even a filthy merc like you should be able to understand that. Still listening, scum? If you manage to stay alive long enough to find a new spell, you'll need to put it in your spellbook before you can use it. The first 4 spells in your spellbook are your active spells, which show up on your character panel.
More mercs playing at war! You probably don't even understand how to gain experience in the 4 classes, do you, scum? You mercs won't survive the night, but you may make it till sundown if you pay attention. You'll only gain experience in a class by fighting with its associated weapon type. If you fight with a melee weapon, you will gain melee experience, and if you fight with a combat magic spell, you'll gain combat magic experience. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Before you proceed, choose a class and stick with it. If you switch weapon types too much, you'll become a weak jack of all trades. And then those cursed dryads will eat you for breakfast. Took you long enough, Worm! The other mercs are at the front lines already! The Temple of the Ghost must be taken by nightfall! Now get moving!
Wait, I have a bad feeling about this. My medallion feels heavy, as if it's trying to tell me not to move.
You aren't being paid to stand around! Get moving! Now! Those filthy dryads are summoning another shell! You mercs, get in there and destroy that thing!
Those must be the Bracken we learned about as children! Let's take them out! These Bracken are as weak as Calrathian ale! We can kill them faster if we spread out! We should switch to rampage mode! These creatures remind me of our scuffles with the Taklak! Tough! If we focus our fire, they'll go down faster! Let's switch to mirror mode! These wooden creatures are weak to fire! Too bad I'm not a combat mage! Hey, that sword looks a lot like the weapons my father gave us when we were first learning to fight. You should pick it up.
Yes! Die and leave me a pint of your blood!
I have that traitorous fiend in my sights. I could, but why does my heart stay my hand? Perhaps there is more at play here than I can tell for the moment. There's something about this one.
Did you see that elf? I recognized him. It was Amron. I know that he is much talked about in Drudwyn's tavern back home. He's rarely seen, but his deeds, real or imagined, are discussed there with enthusiasm. I would be interested in finding that out myself. These Kedril are tough! Next time we see one, use my brutal attack power on it. That'll surprise him! You're turning into quite the warrior. Keep in mind, you should choose a class and stick with it if you want to approach my expertise.
Took you long enough, Worm! The temple is through the cave! Get moving! Up!
Stop a moment. My medallion. I know how you feel about it, but I just can't shake this feeling that something is going to happen. The closer we get to the temple, the stronger I feel it. I look forward to that. But for now, I want you to take my medallion. Please, it's important to me. More than you know. Just promise that you won't ever let Voldus take it.
moving, worm! You mercs are late! Get to the temple now!
Congratulations, Voldus. We have completed our task. When can we expect our pay? Look out!
What do you want? What? Oh, you're one of the new ones. We pulled you out from underneath the body of a blue-haired elf and brought you here to the town of Irulan. You're to be kept behind bars until we figure out what to do with you. Warden Celia is in charge here, and what's to be done with you is up to her. If I were you, I would keep my head down and learn to be respectful before she finds you making demands. You wear the ring of submission to hold you in check. All prisoners must wear it. Hush, here comes the warden now.
Blasted dryads! Quickly, Orin, while she's talking to that elf. Now's your chance.
Foul creature. I warned him what would happen if he attempted to harm a dryad. There can be no hope for these types.
Do not be so hasty, Celia. Some of these prisoners have roles to play yet. I have seen it. This poor soul here, for example. I know this one can be trusted.
I do not know, Amron. Given arms, that mercenary could well kill us all. The entire village is endangered.
As a personal favor to me, please give this prisoner a chance.
As you wish, my friend. I hope you are able to find that which you seek.
Namare, Melonomin. Till next we meet.
Amron the elf seems to trust you. I trust only the ring of submission around your neck, prisoner. Our troops found you on the battlefield. You are lucky they found you alive, unlike the blue-haired elf. You were fighting on the side of Valdis. You are an enemy to the Dryads of Irulan. Your friend is of no matter to me, and your medallion will remain property of Irulan until you show where your loyalties lie. He can afford to. That monster razed our shrine to the ground and helped himself to our treasures. He grows richer by the day, as do soulless mercenaries like you. Thanks to you and your employer, my village is stripped bare. The Aegis of life is gone. But for some reason, Amron asked that you be treated mercifully. I have a task for you. Go to the weaponsmith at the blacksmith shop. She has spared some sharpening stones for our warriors. Get them, and take them to the Dryad outpost just outside the north gate of town. No, The Temple of the Coast held the Aegis of Life, a powerful relic from the First Age. This artifact gave us all the protection we needed. Now the Aegis is gone, stolen by Valdis. Tell me, prisoner, what does he mean to do with it? Valdis is growing stronger by the day, as is his army. The Morden mean to destroy our outposts, and then us. Enough, prisoner! Go get the sharpening stones from the weaponsmith, and take them to the outpost in the northern jungle. If you do well, I might. Be thankful Amron spoke up for you. Take my advice, prisoner, and avoid the animals of the jungle. One bite from them, and you'll be riddled with the plague. Now go, and don't make me regret granting Amron's favor.
There are creatures that carry the plague right outside the town gates. You will not even reach the outpost without being able to defend yourself. Take this equipment. It may not be the same as your old things, but it will give you some chance at least. I'm still waiting to hear that you brought the sharpening stones to the outpost. Now get going before I lose my patience.
You must be one of Celia's. You wear the ring of submission around your neck. Here you are. And if you have some time, perhaps you could do a favor for me? With all the fighting, we go through armor faster than we can craft it. Duma and Sen both need my help throughout the day and into the night. But I've only been in this trade for a short number of months. There's much to remember. My memory is not normally this poor. I have lost dear ones in this war, and my mind is distracted. I seek your help. I must craft 5 suits of armor before the day is over. But with so much to remember, I have forgotten some of the steps involved. It would mean the end of my apprenticeship if the craft mistresses learned of this. There is a tome of smithing within the Great Hall that is sure to contain such information. I would be in your debt if you can discover the steps to creating Dryad armor. Take the lift to the southeast across to the Terrace of Wisdom. The Great Hall will be right in front of you.
I'm still waiting to hear that you brought the sharpening stones to the outpost. Now get going before I lose my patience. Take the lift across to the Merchant Terrace, then walk north to the North Gate, and take the lift down to the jungle floor. One of the guards will escort you to the outpost.
You are clear to leave.
There you are, prisoner. Come along. I am to take you to the outpost. It is just ahead.
Help us!
We're free! Thank you!
Tirani? What happened here?
Celia, what a surprise to see you here. Look, the prisoner just saved us.
I came here to make sure this one followed my orders. Saved you? How is it I see the escort I sent lying here dead?
Don't be too harsh, Celia. Jera was overwhelmed. There was nothing the prisoner could have done to save her.
Too harsh? There is no such thing. Not for one who murdered our people and defiled our shrine.
I have looked into this one's eyes, sister. All I see is a haunting remorse. We are not the only ones who have lost souls dear to us in this war. This prisoner saved our lives.
Is it true what Kirani says? Did you defeat those Morden? Some of the sisters seem to think that you deserve your freedom. I don't think so highly of you. But Perhaps I could be yet convinced. The Morden know we've suffered a devastating blow. They smell blood. Kirani tells me they are erecting towers around this village and taking over all of our outposts.
It's only a matter of time before they lay siege to our homes and destroy us all. Valdis plans to march to power over the bones of our people.
Burn those towers to the ground, and you'll save our lives. And yours. I'll consider it done when I see the smoke in the air.
Here's the outpost gate key and some basic gear.
And here is the stone that will allow you to use the teleporters to return to Ireland. Do well, and I'll consider granting you your freedom. I might even give you back your gear, and that cheap medallion. So it seems you hold dear things other than a sack of coins. You are more than meets the eye, prisoner. Good luck. See that those towers fall, every last one of them. Come, Kirani. We must return to the prisoner ward. We have much to discuss.
Who's this? I remember you. How did you make it out alive? I had not thought any of you mercs survived. A shame. We were looking forward to killing you. Go through this gate and report to the tower up ahead. The password is Chaba. Password. That is indeed the password. The password for kill the filthy mercenary! Die, traitor!
Greetings. Here to look at the teleporter. Teleporters are part of an ancient magical network that people use to travel across Arana. Your party can use them to rapidly journey to locations you've previously visited. Left-click a teleporter to activate it, and open a list of locations that your party has previously visited. Here in Ireland, Warden Celia determines who may...
Welcome, friend. The Guild of Death keeps watch over all who pass into our realm. If you have recently died, and do not want to retrieve your party's corpses by returning to them, I would be happy to summon them here.
Have you discovered the steps for crafting that armor? Duma has been giving me the looks. I'm afraid she has realized that I've forgotten one of the most important crafting recipes. Take the lift to the southeast across to the Terrace of Wisdom. The Great Hall will be right in front of you.
Welcome to Bernard's Odds and Ends Traveling Emporium. I made it to the safety of Ireland's terraces just before...
I didn't expect to see you here. If you're leaving town soon, I'll lend you my sword arm. Been wanting to show this town my back for a long time. You won't be sorry, whatever you've heard.
Don't let this calm fool you. It's not safe beyond these walls.
You fought with the Morden. Are they powerful? They're a blight. The world's better off without them. When I see one, I will kill it. I trust you won't stop me?
These health and mana bushes have been growing well of late, don't you agree? Following the Great Cataclysm, as the newly formed web of ley lines spread throughout Arana, small trickles of magical energy rose to the surface. If you have the appropriate skills, you will be able to harvest the health or mana stored in the bushes in the form of potions. Rangers may harvest health bushes by spending points in the survival skill. Greetings. Are you here to harvest these health and mana bushes?
Greetings! Are you here to use this incantation shrine? This circular stone structure next to me is an incantation shrine. Very little is known about their origins, but they can be found all over Arana. Chants are words that, when spoken within an incantation shrine, invoke the deeper harmonics of the magical realm. To recite a chant, step into the incantation shrine, type the chant, and press the Enter key. If you have learned the chant and have recited it correctly, a flurry of magical... I have learned a few chants in my time. I will teach you one now so you may see...
You don't seem to like the Morden any more than me. If we just killed the Morden guards, we could leave the towers standing. Those towers are fine structures. Shame to waste them. Yes, well, when you put it that way.
I would have died by nightfall had you not arrived. You have my thanks, stranger. Who are you? You? A follower of Valdis? I cannot believe that a servant of that merciless tyrant would have acted so bravely. Valdis is driving his forces hard. I overheard the Morden complaining of his ruthless demands. He never tires, never rests, and he expects the same from his servants. It hasn't rained in a while. The wood's sure to be dry. If you could make a torch, it would burn beautifully. But watch out. I saw them loading explosives inside. Use pieces of my cage. Light them on that campfire over there.
You fight well. Killing these creatures is my joy. I only hope I don't get too happy. Aye.
Greetings. Here to look at the teleporters up left here in I...
where she is or I will kill you, fiend!
Ah, I'll kill you first, Green Lady!
I nearly bested him, the little imp! Tansy will surely die now! They nearly killed Hesla as well, but I was able to bring her safely back to Irulan. But yes, they are vile fiends! The caves nearby have long been a Haku stronghold, and gladly did we allow them to remain, even though they did occasionally cause mischief. We should have exterminated them when we had the chance. Oh, Fort! Please, stranger, you seem able and well-equipped. Help me find Tansy. Oh, bless you, friend. I am sure they cannot have taken Tansy far. There is a vast network of caves within these. My prayers will be with you, friend.
We're rather busy, so make it...
You must have been roughed up pretty badly out there if you think I'm going to sell you anything. Well, I do have a few things I was going to throw away.
now! Warn my father!
Ron? You are High Priest's son? Traitor!
All Haku die if Usurper win! Usurper fool to trust Morden! Morden kill Haku! Haku must help Tree Ladies! My father helped Tree Ladies! I go find my father!
Did you see that? Haran could not have been lying, else why would he have come to my defense like that? I thank you for arriving when you did, stranger. This place is not safe for us to linger. Let us return to Irulan before the other Haku return in force.